Welcome to Small Insight Big Impact. I am your host, Dr. David Cheche, and today we are diving into a remarkable and deeply inspiring life of a man who turned unimaginable limitations into unstoppable strength. Prince Radian, born in 1871. You may know him from early live films and circus history, but behind the stage lights was a human story full of resilience, determination, and powerful lessons for all of us. Prince was a man who refused to be limited. He did not see his condition as a limitation. So let's begin. Who exactly is Prince Radian? Prince Radian, he had a lot of nicknames. Some used to call him the Pillow Man, the Snake Man, the Human Torso, the Human Capital. But Prince was born in British Guyana, and he had no arms, no legs due to a rare condition. Yet he lived a full life. He married, he had children, worked, performed, inspired millions. He became famous in the early 1990s for incredible ability to do every task entirely with his torso, chin, and shoulder and mouth. These tasks most people would never even dare do. But the real story of Prince is not about entertainment. It's about the human potential, how to tap into the full human potential that we have. So I want to share with you a couple of lessons that I've picked up from Prince's life. The first lesson is you are more than your limitation. The world told Prince that he couldn't live independently, but he proved them wrong. He could shave himself, he could write, he could paint, he built, assembled things, and even light a cigar using all his chin and lips. Can you imagine that? His life reminds us that limitation doesn't define you, your choices do. So, whatever struggle you are going through, look at what you can do today, because strength isn't about the absence of obstacles, it is the courage to move through obstacles when you face them. The second lesson Prince's life teaches us is mastery comes from consistency. Prince didn't just wake up one day with extraordinary skills. He spent years mastering small tasks until they became effortless. Everything improved because one giant breakthrough came his way. This is powerful for all of us because success rarely requires being genius. It demands daily consistency, even when nobody is watching. Small steps eventually create big results, just like the title of this podcast, Small Insight, Big Impact. So just make sure that you do things consistently, and I can assure you you get results at the end. So that's the second lesson that we can take from the life of Prince. The third lesson is your uniqueness. You can turn your uniqueness into your power. In the world that tries to force Prince into the margins, Prince made his uniqueness his strength. Instead of hiding, he embraced who he was and turned his distinctiveness into a career. And the lesson is, don't turn away from what makes you different. Use it. Your uniqueness might be your greatest advantage if you don't know. Your story, your accent, your struggles, your background, or your point of view could be your greatest asset or advantage. The world doesn't need copies. The world needs original people, people who are authentic. So be authentic and use your uniqueness to your advantage. The next lesson is dignity comes from how you carry yourself, not from what others approve of you. Historically, records shows that Prince demanded respect. He refused to be treated less than human. He maintained dignity in a time where society lacked understanding. So Prince actually taught us that we need to carry ourselves with dignity no matter where life places us or takes us to. Your worth, it's non-negotiable. Who you are, it's non-negotiable. Your values are not determined by circumstances. So remember to always stand tall, even if you are crawling through life. The other lesson is also there are no excuses when you have determination. When you are determined to do something, there are no excuses. The excuses are not part of your vocabulary. You know, Prince had every reason to say, I can't, no. But then he chose to say, I will. His life dismantled every excuse we make for ourselves. I'm too tired, I'm too busy, and not to encourage all these negative words that we say about ourselves. Just imagine someone with no arms, someone with no legs, waking up each day and choosing effort over despair. Let Prince's story be your reminder that determination creates opportunity when none seems to exist. The other lesson is, inspiration comes from actions, not just from words. You know what? Prince rarely spoke publicly, but his life spoke for him. When people watched his performance, they didn't see a disabled man. They saw the pure power of the human spirit. Sometimes your greatness influence isn't what you say. It is how you live. So, Prince's legacy lives on, not because of fame or all the shows that he did when he was alive, but because of the message his life whispers to every generation, that you are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you believe. And your life, no matter your circumstances, has meaning. So today ask yourself, what limitation am I allowing to stop me? What would I change if I faced it with spirit of Prince? It's very important to ask yourself, what would you change if you face it with the spirit of how Prince faced his life when he was alive? If this episode touched you, share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Like, comment, and subscribe to Small Insight, Big Impact for more stories that reminds us of what human can overcome. Until next time, stay inspired, stay courageous, and stay limitless.